You can disagree that Spider-Man No Way Home showed a really epic story, but there was no official word on whether to expect a new film. But we have really good news for you because Tom Holland and Zendaya recently confirmed we can expect to see their return in the fourth Spider-Man movie. Wanna know all the details? We're gonna break it down for you in a second, so stay till the end not to miss out on the most important information. When a movie becomes as successful as Spider-Man No Way Home, it comes as no surprise that the directors are planning to make a sequel. It was clear from the start that the new Spider-Man won't be the last one, as Sony producer Amy Pascal previously revealed that the threequel will not be the last Spider-Man movie, while also confirming another 3 MCU Spider-Man films to be in development. Moreover, Kevin Feige, Marvel Studios president, added a few more interesting details about Spider-Man's MCU future, saying that the producers are actively beginning to develop where the story heads for Spider-Man 4, he said. Amy Pascal and I, and Disney and Sony are talking about, yes, we're actively beginning to develop where the story heads next, which I only say outright because I don't want fans to go through any separation trauma like what happened after Far From Home. That will not be occurring this time. It's really exciting, especially for people who couldn't wait for the official word, but as for now, there's only hints from Sony Pictures and its Spider-Man producers. Even though they don't state much, it was pretty clear that they want to work again with director Jon Watts, Tom Holland, and Zendaya to team back up in order to continue the story of the MCU's web-slinger. The fact that they hinted at it is amazing, especially taking into consideration the fact that Tom Holland's Peter Parker future was unclear because Spider-Man No Way Home was marked the final movie of his current contract. However, Tom Holland recently revealed that there are talks about the new Spidey movie. We've had conversations about the potential future Spider-Man, but at the moment, they are conversations, Tom Holland said in February 2022. We don't know what the future looks like. Well, it looks like we should trust Tom Holland because the last movie literally wipes the slate clean for whatever Spidey does next. It definitely opens the door for new films' plots, and the most exciting part of this is that we can't predict what the directors are going to prepare for us. There definitely was a sense for me as an actor that this is the last time that I could potentially don the suit. So a lot of emotion came from the act of saying goodbye, which is one of the biggest themes throughout this film, Tom Holland explained. Hey, Tom, we hope it wasn't the last time you're wearing your Spidey suit, and we'll hope that we'll get to see in the next movie. But we should also keep in mind that Tom Holland was super vocal about his desire to walk away from the industry for a while and start a family. Remember, he was saying in one of his interviews, maybe it is time for me to move on. I have to take Peter Parker into account as well, because he is an important part of my life, and added, if I'm playing Spider-Man after I'm 30, I've done something wrong. However, he then clarified his words saying, I don't know what the future Spider-Man looks like. I don't know whether I'm going to be a part of it. Spider-Man will always live on in me, and I know that producer Amy Pascal and studios are keen to figure out what the next chapter of Spider-Man looks like. If that happens to be with me, then that's very exciting. But you know, if it's time for me to walk away, then I'll do so proudly. In another interview, Tom Holland honestly answered about his future in the new movie, and he started off with his not most positive answer possible. The truthful answer, and I've done a whole press tour where all I do is lie. The truth is you're not going to like the truth. I don't know the answer to that question, Holland explained. The film for me was as special as an experience could ever be. Sharing the screen with these guys, playing Spider-Man could be quite an alienating experience because you know you're the only 3 blokes who've done it, the actor said. So to share it with you two, it's been such a wonderful experience of which I have such amazing memories. I don't know, there's part of me that feels like it's the perfect time to jump off the building and swing off into the sunset and let the next lucky young kid come in and don the suit. Or I might, I don't know, buy a house and need a paycheck and I'll be back. We do hope Tom Holland's just playing with us because he just wants to surprise us with his return. But what about Zendaya? Is she gonna come back as MJ too? As for now, there is no official information. All we have is Sony Pictures' hint that they want to see Zay and Tom back for the next Spider-Man movie. We do hope it will happen because can you imagine this movie without our favorite couple? Probably not. Speaking of potential release date, if we take a look at the production's history, we will see that 2 years have passed between each Spider-Man movie in the MCU, which could mean a 2023 release of Spider-Man 4. It's always difficult to make any predictions because there are many factors that impact production, like COVID for example, but fans can chill because there's a 100% chance the new Spidey movie will happen, it's just a case of when. Many fans have also opened up a really intense discussion on the possible plot of the 4th film, but it's also really difficult difficult to say what exactly we should expect from Spider-Man 4. As it was already mentioned, no one really knows the answer, including Tom Holland, as the ending in No Way Home wiped the slate clean for whatever Spidey does next. For those of you who don't remember, the movie ended with nobody knowing that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, including MJ and Ned. Peter is still doing his Spidey business in the world though, so it's not like he's retired, meaning the directors can do whatever they want to develop the plot in any scenario, so we can't really predict it. But what we do know for sure is that they'll come up with a really exciting Spider-Man adventure. At the end of the movie we just made, you see Spider-Man make a momentous decision, one that you've never seen him make before. It's a sacrifice, and that gives us a lot of work for the next film, Pascal teased in the New York Times. However, there's one theory that's been circulating on the internet. Many think that the directors may give the fans what they wanted a long time ago, a battle between Spider-Man and the Venom on the big screen. Plus, eagle-eyed fans notice in Venom 2 credit scene that Eddie Brock and Venom were transported to the MCU, so there's a big chance we'll at least meet Venom somewhere in the new Spidey movie, but of course we can't guarantee this 100%. How can even Venom be brought into the movie? We think that Doctor Strange will do his job and we'll see Eddie and Venom taken back to their universe. But the thing is that a piece of the Venom symbiote is left behind though, so it could take over somebody in the MCU. Also, it would be weird if the MCU still decided to create their own Venom, especially taking into consideration that all fans are in love with Tom Hardy's Venom and no one even wants to imagine someone else for this role. And another thing that may happen in the new movie, again judging by the previous movie and comics, Ned might return as a villainous hobgoblin, but we don't think it'll happen even though it was a moment in the last film where the joke on the situation was made. Are you waiting for the new Spidey movie? Do you think Tom Holland and Zendaya will come back as Peter Parker and MJ? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you really like the content, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye!